you talk about Beyonce like you're a pointless, lifeless waste of a social security number. That's my thing. Period. That's how I feel.
Trina, the veteran rapper, has been under a lot of scrutiny because of her recent remarks during an interview with Hip Hop DX. She alluded that Beyonce has been controlling the music industry for years.
There's something specific that happened in music and culture that kind of opened the landscape for more female rappers to rise to the top.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Now, it is quite apparent that new female rappers have been budding day in and day out, but Trina, who has been in the rapping game for 25 plus years, has crowned Beyonce as a pioneer. With these remarks, Trina single-handedly patented a target on her back.
It's like, okay, wow, she went through this, she did this, and boom, she's here now.
Let's delve into the nitty-gritty deets of this drama that has set the music industry ablaze. Katrina Laverne Taylor graced the earth on December 3rd, 1978. Trina is a popular American rapper, songwriter, and television personality who gained recognition in 1998 after featuring on the Trick Daddy hit single, Nan N. Over the course of her career, she has been touted as the most consistent female rapper of all time by hip-hop magazine XEXL. On top of that, she was also ranked in Billboard's list of the 31 female rappers who changed hip-hop. Apart from musical endeavors, Taylor has also tried her hand at being an actress. She has been awarded numerous nominations, awards, and accolades.
You don't know now. Done been the places I've been. Who can spend the grands that I spend?
However, recently Trina has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. In a recent sit-down with Hip Hop DX, she rocked the world with her claims. She dropped the bombshell declaring that Beyonce had been the first rapper to ever grace the entertainment industry. Now, these claims are quite heavy for rappers like Nicki Minaj. The internet has been trolling Trina for giving Queen Bee the crown, as the majority of them do not label Beyonce as part of the rapper clan.
Yeah, Beyonce, because she's like the #1 female rapper when she does rap. So I feel
Listen, people do sleep on Beyonce when she does spit.
There's no sleeping on the queen, okay? There's no sleeping on the queen.
Many have taken Trina's comments as a direct insult towards Nicki Minaj. You see, it is an open secret that Nicki and Trina have some bad blood between them. Many years back, during an album, they both collaborated on a song, but Nicki didn't want to make a video on their songs. At the time, Trina was really upset, and she said, "For your team or anybody's team to feel like I owe you anything, or for them to disrespect me because I'm showing love to another female, and you're not gonna check them, that's not cool. I dropped my own song that same day and still asked you, hey, come up to Queen Radio and promote your album." These are things that I don't have to do. People say things like they're entitled. I don't have to do anything for anyone. No one does anything for me. The word on the street claims that Trina still harbors bad feelings regarding that experience. To add to that, she has been facing a severe backlash from fans, and it got so bad that Trina had to turn her comments off on the post. However, it didn't stop the public from berating her on other social media platforms. One of the fans tweeted, "The funny part about that Trina interview is not the Beyonce opening doors comment, it's the fact that Trina has been in the game for 20 plus years and couldn't even say her own name." To make things worse, the netizens have noticed that Trina and Nicki have been having a silent war between themselves. This came after the news hit that Trina and Nicki are not following each other on Instagram since her remarks. You might have noticed that Beyonce has rapped on a number of songs over the years, including Apes, Upgrade You, the Grammy Award-winning collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion, Savage, and the Flawless remix with fellow rapper Nicki, who she has worked with several times. Previously, Trina also came to the defense of new generation female rappers like S. Red and Sukihana, who came under fire for their raunchy lyrics. She said, "They gotta grow. They're gonna grow up into women, you know? They're young girls, young women, but still, this is a freedom of speech. Like, we're not locked up, we're not chained down. Say what you want to say, make music of what you feel like. This is their experience, their struggle, their raunchiness, their whatever they feel, wherever they came up at, their struggle, their circumstance." She continued, "I don't know where they were born or their hometown. I don't know, what life was to them, if it was a hardship or they had days where they didn't eat on the weekend. Who knows? But now they are, and that's all that matters. They do what they got to do. If you don't like it, guess what? Don't listen. That's why we have ears." Despite that, Trina is part of B Club as she gushed about how much she enjoyed Beyonce's tour. She expressed her frustration, claiming she didn't want the tour to end. "I'm mad that it's over. Once the tour was over, we're back to the basics of the internet. I feel like the internet was just driven these months with the Queen. Every day, 500 plus tour outfits to just watch. I was going for the theme. It was just a moment. It's indeed impressive to see the success of Beyoncé's concert film, Renaissance, a film by Beyoncé. The movie was released domestically and has since debuted worldwide. As of late, it has already grossed over $38 million at the box office. This remarkable achievement places Renaissance as the fifth highest-grossing concert film of all time, placing Beyoncé in the esteemed company of other superstar musicians such as Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift, and Justin Bieber. What sets this film apart is that it was directed by Beyoncé herself, adding a personal touch to the project. The film made history by opening at #1 at the box office with over $22 million, marking the first time in 20 years that a film has achieved such a substantial opening on the post-Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
Apart from that, Trina openly clapped back against criticism with grace. She posted her statement on social media, doubling down on her comments. She said, "Now that I have y'all undivided attention, let me just make myself clear once again. I said what I said. That's the Queen Bey, and I'm gonna stand on that Beyoncé is the queen of rap when she raps, and all genres of music when it comes to me. Go argue with the IRS or somebody else IDC, and that's not up for debate over here." Trina is not the only person to praise Beyoncé's rapping skills. Even her husband Jay-Z, often described as one of the greatest rappers in history, has said multiple times she was one of the best, including in a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose. He said, "She was rapping on key. She's a very talented person." Although it is an open secret that Beyoncé has been working for her success since she was a mere 8 years old. According to The Source, when Bey was set to headline Coachella, she started working more than 100 days before the event, where she had to do rigorous practice sessions that could last up to 12 hours. In an interview with Harper Bazaar, she said, "I think like many women, I have felt the pressure of being the backbone of my family and my company, and didn't realize how much that takes a toll on my mental and physical well-being. I have not always made myself a priority. I've personally struggled with insomnia from touring for more than half of my life. Years of wear and tear on my muscles from dancing in heels. The stress on my hair and skin from sprays and dyes to the heat of a curling iron and wearing heavy makeup while sweating on stage." But contrary to this belief, the rumors from inside the industry suggest that her extracurricular activities have persisted throughout her career. Conspiracy theorists claim that a major contributing factor to Bey's skyrocketing success is her participation in alleged voodoo. Now, these claims are not just empty words, as they came straight from the mouth of an ex-drummer who worked side by side with Beyonce for some years. According to a report from The Blast, Beyoncé's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, filed a request for a restraining order against the singer. Thompson claimed that Beyoncé practiced extreme witchcraft and used it to surveil her and control her finances. In the lawsuit, Thompson alleged that Beyoncé had embarked on a campaign of harassment against her, which involved the use of dark magic and magic spells of nature. Additionally, Thompson claimed that Beyoncé was responsible for the death of her kitten.
So along with all those riches, fame also brings bizarre allegations, like the lady who went to court accusing Beyoncé of practicing extreme witchcraft.
Now, that is not the only time Beyoncé has been involved in such controversies. You see, just a few months back, Uncle Ron came forward with some interesting claims about the power couple that have had the rumor mill going wild.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you.
In an interview with Claudia Jordan, Carrie admitted that she had to face real consequences when Beyoncé started to see her as her competition. She explained that her song, which was the bone of contention, was never written to attack Bey, but people believed it was. She alluded that behind the scenes she had to go through numerous problems to keep her name relevant. No one could ever compare to Beyoncé. Let's just say the name that we're discussing. No one could compare, no one will for a very, very, very long time, and that was never my aim. It was written that way, was not my lyrics, was not my writing. I had to pay the penalty, and then I'm caught like, do I tell the truth? Do I expose them early in my career? I'm super young, super new. This is my first album. I'm so excited, it just soiled my whole dream. When you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen, and when you buck, they buck. I really didn't feel like I had a choice. All this negative attention has brought about the untimely death of the princess of R&B, Aaliyah Dana Houghton. The talented artist died more than 20 years ago, when a small plane carrying the singer and 8 others crashed en route to Miami from a video shoot in the Bahamas. At the time, the love triangle between Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Aaliyah was quite popular among the fans. The sudden demise of their beloved idol spurred the fans to investigate the incident further, and the conclusion they came to was mind-boggling. Aaliyah was teased to R. Kelly at 15 by her family for fame, and then started messing with Jay-Z, who is on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log. Beyonce got jealous and had her K. You can't tell me this isn't a possibility. Now, if you think about it, Aaliyah was a promising talent with enormous talent, but word on the street is that Beyonce was struggling with her career during the same time period. You might not remember, but Aaliyah's song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number sold 3 million copies in the United States and was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. RIAA. Even Jaguar Rights expressed her regret on losing such a talent by claiming that some well-known people would be jobless if Aaliyah had survived.
Aaliyah was amazing.
Yeah,
if she had been alive now, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have jobs.
Over the years, it has been established that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a part of Illuminati, and the princess was just the sacrifice to promote their career. One fan took to Twitter to share his thoughts. Jay's and Aaliyah used to date. He wanted her to join the Illuminati. She didn't, so he K her and married Beyonce because she was willing to join. Well, as you might imagine, the former bodyguard is a credible source, as he was required by his job to be present everywhere the client was, and now it seems like Ron's claims are not that far off. With all the dust that his claims have kicked up, some old videos of Carrie's interviews have resurfaced, leading the fans to believe that Ron's claims stand true.
When you buck, they buck harder, and they make threats, and those threats are huge ones.
While the power couple's involvement in Aaliyah's death has never been proven, many fans are still convinced that both Jay and Beyonce have a lot of skeletons in their closet. In addition, Uncle Ron suggested that their relationship is solely driven by financial motivations and the pursuit of power. He also alleged that their relationship is more of a business arrangement aimed at achieving financial success and becoming billionaires, rather than being rooted in genuine love and affection. Now, this wasn't by any means the end of Beyonce's sacrificial antics. You see, another artist, Azealia Banks, came in on the hip-hop stage and was yet another threat to Beyonce's career. It is important to note that before ever crossing roads with Bey, Banks was making waves in the industry. After releasing her debut single 212 in December 2011, Azealia Banks enjoyed an overwhelming response to the song as she landed her first top 10 hit in the UK, where she sold over 600,000 copies while pushing another 300,000 copies back in the US.
I can be the answer. I'm ready to dance when the vamp up. And when I hit that dip, get your camera. You see you in that.
It was a solid start to Banks' career, who had received recognition from several artists, including Pharrell, who would work with the rapper on her 2013 single ATM Jam. Her distinctive sound was what hip-hop fans were looking for at the time.
Thank you, Dolly. By the Barbie, I can admit I likes the party. I spent the grip, I the Cardi.
She then signed her first major record deal with Interscope, who quickly put her in connection with Lady Gaga's team, who were looking to get Banks featured on 2013 Art Pop. But following a string of controversial comments, endless feuds, and not-so-nice remarks about other rappers, the song's stress was more or less blackballed from the music industry. Later on, Banks claimed that Beyonce was wielding a destructive power over the careers of black female artists. It was an explosive allegation that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. In an interview that quickly went viral, Banks didn't hold back. She accused Beyonce of orchestrating a sinister campaign against her peers. Banks claimed that Queen's success came at a steep cost to the careers of those who dared to stand in her way. Later on, Azealia took to Instagram and told her side of the truth. Beyonce has been trying to write me out of my own narrative for, years at this point. Are you trying to encapsulate my music in time and say it's vintage or something, as if my last 3 releases have not whipped your A? Are you kidding? As if I'm not showing major versatility and all of that. You want me to not be Yamaya so F badly. You want it to be Solange. You want it to be Chloe Bailey in the Little Mermaid movie, and you don't include Azealia Banks? Oh my F God, you're a joke. Moreover, Banks claimed that Beyoncé was so talented in fraudulent tasks that she erased Banks' contributions without arousing suspicion. She said, "You're so sneaky. You're trying to erase my contributions to house music, dance music, electronic music, and all that, and make it as if I'm God knows who. Just encapsulate me in time. You're a F creep. You're a F creep, Beyoncé, and you watch everything I do." Now, aside from sabotaging the careers of rising stars, it is important to note that Beyoncé does not support her own artists as well. A case in point is Chloe Bailey's failed debut album. DJ Envy has suggested that Beyoncé should be held partly responsible for the low sales of Chloe's debut album because she didn't plug it on her own social media platforms. Bailey, who is signed to Beyoncé's Parkwood Entertainment, released her debut studio album In Pieces. The project sold just 10,000 units in its first week and is currently number 119th on the Billboard 200 albums chart. Envy said, "I do feel if you're signed to somebody's record label or you are in business with somebody, right? That's part of what you expect. That's why I'm signing to you. I'm signing to you because I'm hoping I'm going to get a Beyoncé verse. I'm signing to you because I'm hoping that I'm going to get some of your fans. I'm signing to you so I can get some of your knowledge and wisdom and your promo." Fans believe that it is entirely possible for Beyoncé to do that out of sheer jealousy. Not only does her husband have a jealous streak, so does she. Rumors had it they would report fellow artists who were their rivals for not paying their taxes. Karma is due to strike on them. Not to mention Blue Cantrell, whose career was cut short because of having an alleged relationship with Jay-Z. Yes, you heard that right.
Did you Jay-Z?
Oh my God!
I heard he's homeless.
Fans all over have taken this clip as evidence of Jay-Z allegedly cheating on Beyoncé. But as you might have noticed, Blue has not been seen much since. Blue's disappearance from the scene further solidified the rumors of Beyoncé taking out her competitors. If anything, Jay probably cheated with Blue Cantrell, but y'all too young for this. You see, at the time of the interview, Beyoncé and Jay-Z were already an item. So, as you might imagine, this clip created some heavy disturbance in the entertainment world. It didn't help that Jay-Z named his daughter Blue, which is pretty much identical to Blue Cantrell. Fans are convinced that some hanky-panky did occur between the alleged couple. I am never going to get over the fact that Jay-Z named his child Blue, and he used to date Blue. Then y'all acted surprised when Jay cheated on Bey. Rumors of a feud were fueled even further when Blue pointed out the similarities between her songs and Beyoncé's. Speaking to The Guardian, she noted that the music video for Beyoncé and Jay-Z's song Bonnie and Clyde looks awful like the promo for her song Roundup, which came out first. And if you really want to go down the wormhole, Beyoncé whispers in the song signs, "I was in love with a Sagittarius. I've been hurt by a Pisces." And believe it or not, me, Jay-Z, is a Sagittarius, and Blue is a Pisces. But on a very serious note, Cantrell did get lucky in only getting kicked out of the industry, because allegedly Bey is capable of doing so much worse. According to some conspiracy theorists, Bey used her influence in the industry to steal attention away from Cantrell's albums in an attempt to wreck her career. Blue Cantrell released this bop in 2001, signed to Arista, then 2003 released another album which was pushed under the rug to assure Beyoncé's solo debut album was pushed more, later pushing Blue career to tank. Years later, Beyoncé went on to name her child Blue. Let's not forget the most important factor, the Illuminati. You see in a rant exposing the Hollywood secret society, Kanye revealed in a paparazzi interview that the society has full control over Jay and Beyoncé.
You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
But if you think Bey stopped here, you are sorely mistaken. Later on, she went after Emil Whitehead, the talented rapper who had the full support of her label. You see, there were some whispers around the industry that Emil and Jay-Z were in that kind of relationship. And as you might have already guessed, her career went down the slope. In a 2014 interview with Vibe, the rapper confessed, "I wasn't there mentally. I was in my own world. Was I prepared? No. Did I realize what was happening right before my eyes? No. If I could go back in time and do it all over again, I wouldn't have allowed myself to jump in the game." All in all, it is true that Beyonce indeed rapped from time to time and did it very well. But it also stands as a sentiment that Beyonce has a firm hold on the careers of young artists who are starting out in the music industry. Being as powerful as she is, it is not difficult to nip the bud once it starts germinating. The horror stories of the immature demise of many artists' careers at the hands of Queen Bey have been making rounds for years. That is it for today. See you at the next one. Goodbye.